We're coming home.
I almost pooped on the floor in the kitchen.
Dragging our suitcases down the side of the road. That is the French soccer team. And I'm not gonna get milk at Burger King.
This has been the worst flight experience I've ever had.
Carolina is currently Snapchatting one of the soccer players. A fist fight?
Fist fight.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, bad.
And this old man barked at us. He just went, whoop. The seatbelt sign is on, so I probably shouldn't be in the bathroom vlogging right now. They left my bag in Atlanta.
He's gotta pee. Let him pee.
Like a little bit of spaghetti with my cheese.
Don't pull that thing on yourself.
Don't tell Cindy. Good morning, y'all. I went to bed around midnight last night. I was gonna try and stay up until my suitcase came, but I was so exhausted. So I fell asleep on the couch and I spent the night on the couch. And then I woke up this morning and I felt like I'd slept in so late. And so I woke up freaking out and I was like, oh my gosh, what time is it? It was only 8:30 in the morning. So I guess that's one of the good things about coming from like a different time zone. You can like sleep in and it's not really that bad. But we got the notification that they put my suitcase on, oh, do you see the hole right there? Still there. But I think they're planning on fixing it. Well, obviously they're planning on fixing it. I don't know why I said I think. We got a notification last night that they dropped it off at like 3:45 in the morning, which is later than they said they would. They said it would be midnight to 2 a.m. But anyways, I got my suitcase, so we're gonna go out and get it now. I don't see it anywhere. Maybe they put it on the other side of the house. It's a bright day outside. Good weather. Oh, there it is. Sorry for the delay.
Is that on?
Yeah. I can cut it out though when I'm editing the video. I got my suitcase back in the house and you can come. Are you leaving? I got my suitcase back in the house, so I was finally able to change out of those disgusting clothes that I've been wearing for the past like 48 hours. My Nana made me breakfast. Me and everybody else, not just me. I already ate breakfast earlier, but I'm just demonstrating. She made everybody pancakes and grits and eggs and bacon and sausage and... My Nana's pancakes are the best things in the whole world. I'm eating more. I'm having 2 breakfasts.
Because my Nana makes the best.
Yup. Sargy Wargy, what are you doing in the house? I love you. Oh my goodness. Oh, do you know what I just realized? I brought my suitcase out here to put it in my car and I did not bring my car keys out here. Oh my god. Ow.
Who do you think you're talking to? I ain't
Positivity.
Charles? Charles? You coming? Samuel was waiting on you.
I love you, son.
Love you too.
Good to have you back home.
Bye,
Love my
Hey,
favorite Samuel. I love you.
Bye, Sarge.
Tell him bye. Tell him bye. Say bye.
He's like, I don't care about him. I just want to go back inside. Oh, I will. Oh, I'm sweating like a pig. I'm finally making the stretch back home. Oh, he's waiting.
Your daddy's waiting on you.
Gotcha. I'm surprised. Usually, Nana and Grandpa stand out in the driveway and wave goodbye to us. Not this time. They said it was too hot out here. What is he doing? Oh, bye, Nana. She's waving at me all the way from the mailbox. I want to start doing like playlist videos, like little drive with me playlist videos where I just jam out in the car for a while. I have a public Spotify account and I put like all my playlists on there. And usually I'll do a playlist for every season. So I did like fall of last year and then winter. And I also do a Christmas playlist every year, and then spring and summer. But I want to start doing a YouTube video for all of my playlists. I was gonna start it in the spring of this year, and it was gonna be so fun because I was gonna get to show you some of the music that I heard at Coachella. But now it's the middle of the summer, so I'm not gonna do my spring playlist in the middle of the summer because that just doesn't make sense. But I also really want to show you some of the music that I heard at Coachella, so I'm just gonna play it now.
Should we just search for romantic comedies on Netflix and then see what we find?
He played this live for the first time at Coachella. I was among the first people in the entire world to hear the song.
You're back at it again. Let's go, girls.
When Shania Twain came out on the stage with Harry Styles, I about peed on the floor right there.
Man, I feel like a woman.
We've been driving for almost 2 hours, so we're about halfway there now. Not a lot has happened. I'm taking my shoes off, so I'm driving barefoot now. And it's the coolest thing ever. If you've never driven barefoot, you should do it. It feels good. It's very freeing. I listen to some music, obviously, because if you don't listen to music when you drive, what's wrong with you? What are you doing? You just stare out the window? Well, I stare out the window too. Like, do you just... Okay, you know what? I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice. It's acceptable to just look and observe and appreciate the world. But it would be better if you had music. I've been driving barefoot, listening to music, and I'm so late to jump on the train of listening to podcasts. Everybody's always like, oh yeah, listen to this podcast, listen to this podcast, and I just don't get it. It's like just listening to people talking. Like, why do you want to do that? Now I kind of understand it. I started listening to podcasts recently, and it's all right. I've listened to Emma Chamberlain's podcast. The point that I'm trying to make is on this car ride, I started listening to some of my friends at church. They have a podcast, and they've been doing it for like a while. I hate to say it, but I just never listened to it. And they would always talk about it. They'd be like, oh, in the podcast, and I'd be like, oh yeah. I never listened to it. So I'm finally listening to their podcast, and it's really good. It has some very insightful and wise points. It's called Abundantly More on Apple Podcasts. I don't know if it's on other podcast platforms. I would assume so, but so yeah, I've been listening to that in the car ride. And I also talked on the phone with my grandmother for a little bit because she called me. She was like, hey, what are you doing? Driving? I left your house 2 hours ago, still driving. And she was like, oh, well, where are you? Out in the middle of nowhere. I see nothing but trees and grass and sky and road. But she has my location, so she found out where I was. And she was like, oh, you're in Spring Hill, Pine Hill, something, Alabama. I don't know what's wrong with my Apple Podcasts. I really think it needs a software update because I have an iPhone update that I haven't done on my phone yet. And I think I read on the description something about podcasts was messed up. I hope that in this update they fix it because it took me like 15 minutes just to get the podcast to play. I clicked play and it just loaded and loaded and loaded and loaded and loaded and nothing happened. And I had full bars, so I don't know what's wrong. But anyways, I listened to one episode of Abundantly More. I tried to listen to the next one because it was like part 1, part 2. And I've been sitting here watching the podcast load and spin, and it's been spinning for like a good 15-20 minutes. Actually, no, more than that, probably close to 30 minutes now, and I don't know what's wrong with it, but it just won't play. So maybe I'm done for the day with podcasts. So maybe I'll listen to music again. I kind of have to pee. Maybe I can try and hold it for another 2 hours. I'm also kind of hungry because it's 3:30 and I haven't eaten lunch. I do have pancakes and bread. I said it earlier and I'll say it again. My Nana's pancakes are the best pancakes in the world. But her bread, like she literally gets bread, puts butter on it and pops it in the oven. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. It really is like the most basic thing ever. It's just buttered bread. And it's so good. And it makes it even better knowing that my grandmother made it. If this podcast doesn't play, I'm gonna jump out the window. I've restarted the app so many times. And now it starts working. Okay, well, see you guys later. I'm gonna listen to part 2.
The Lord answers prayers. He blows your mind.
Oh yeah.
Men of God who are listening and girls who are waiting on men of God, it is so important that you guys model yourselves after Christ. And women of God, it is important for you to wait, and it is so important to know Christ so that you know what to look for and you know who to look for.
We have finally, well, not quite yet. We're still in the Hillcrest area. Ugh. Hillcrest is like below Tuscaloosa. I guess it's still part of Tuscaloosa. Point of the story, we made it back to Tuscaloosa. So I have about 25-ish minutes left. Traffic is starting to pick up because it's 4:30. Almost time for 5 o'clock traffic. So I'm gonna try and make it home before 5 so I don't end up going like 2 miles an hour. I still have to pee really bad and I'm so hungry, but I ate all of my pancakes. So I'm just falling apart here at the wheel. 21 minutes left. I'm still barefoot. And the air conditioner I have up top and down at the bottom. And so my feet are frozen. And you know, a quick solution to that is just turn the air conditioner to only the top part, but 18 minutes left. Might as well just get frostbite. I have to pee so bad. And I'm at a red light. We're almost to downtown Tuscaloosa. Let's go, I'm so ready to be back home. And then I can see my cat. I see my dad. I lost my dad. Wait, not like that. My dad was in front of me for a lot of this trip and then he like disappeared like 30 minutes ago. I had no idea where he went. According to my car, it is 95 degrees outside. Did y'all see all these buildings and signs? We made it to
red light camera ahead.
Hello? I wasn't really planning on running a red light today, but since you reminded me, here I go. No, I'm just kidding. I don't run red lights. I've only ran a red light once, maybe 2 times, but I can only recall 1 time. It was because there was a wreck on the side of the road and the wreck was like awful. So me being nosy, I had my face stuck out the window, not paying attention where I was driving, and I was looking at the wreck as I drove by, and then like when I passed it, I like looked forward just in time to see the red light go over my head. And like there were tons of police at the scene of the wreck and everything, so I guess they were preoccupied. I'm such a nosy driver though, for real. Anytime I see a wreck or somebody driving weird, I don't know, I stare hardcore. But I'm a good driver, don't worry. 12 minutes. Oh, it's hot. It's up to 97. 10 minutes left, guys. We just passed my favorite Chinese restaurant, Pearl Garden. 9 minutes. We are down to single digits. Ah! Yes! I just had to get that out. I didn't actually have to get that out. I definitely just did that for the video. Do it for the vlog. And now we're back up to 10 minutes. Oh, and now we're back at 9 minutes. That girl is hardcore staring me down. Anytime I see somebody driving weird, I stare hardcore. Yes! Wait, I think I know her. I definitely know her from high school. That's awkward. Okay, not staring anymore. In a most delightful way. 8 minutes. I'm so excited. I haven't been home in over a month. Haven't seen any friends in over a month. Haven't had my car to go wherever I want in over a month. But all that is about to end in 7 minutes. My hair this past summer, if it looks a little off, it's because it is. I got my haircut literally the day before we left to go fly out of Pensacola and go to Europe and everything. It was Memorial Day, so everything was closed. The lady who cuts my hair, she was doing Memorial Day stuff, so like she's not gonna leave her family to come cut my hair. So I ended up going to a Great Clips, and there is nothing wrong with Great Clips, like at all. I've gotten my hair cut at Great Clips several times actually, and it has turned out really good almost every time actually. So I don't have anything against Great Clips or the people who work there. I don't care if it's like the cheaper option and it's like poor quality. I don't think so. Usually they cut my hair really good, but this lady that cut my hair, I don't know what kind of crack homegirl was smoking. It was not as good as the previous Great Clips experiences that I had had. I told her to like blend the sides. The way I've seen people blend my sides is to get like a comb, brush it up, and then kind of like snip away as they're like moving up my head, right? This girl used her fingers. She picked it up with her fingers and she was like, snip. And that was the blending for the entire side. And she did the same thing on the other side. I don't know how to cut hair. I especially don't know how to blend my own sides, but I'm pretty sure I could have done it better than that. But like the damage had already been done. She had snipped it off and I was like, and then she was like, okay, are you good? And I was like, perfect. Thank you so much. She was like, no problem. Besides that, it was a decent haircut. And like, I even asked my mom, I was like, does my hair look? And she was like, yeah, what is up with your sides? 3 minutes. I'm so excited to see my cat. He's probably not that excited to see me. I love him so much, and he loves me too. But he's not the most social cat. I'll call Oliver's name, and he'll turn around and walk the other way on purpose. He's not mean, like he won't like bite you or scratch you or anything, but he ain't coming near you. He's just antisocial, I don't know. 2 minutes. I'm so excited. 1 minute. 1 minute. We're in the neighborhood. You got to be kidding me. We've had this plot of land beside our house since we built this house. Like, it's always been just like woods and trees beside our house. And it's not ours, but I used to play in the woods beside my house as a kid. That's where Oliver goes to kill his prey. While we were gone, somebody, after 15 years of us living in this house, somebody bought a plot of land beside our house. And now they're tearing all the trees down beside our house. You've got to be kidding me. It's so sad. I'm just now seeing it for the first time. This is an abomination. Dude, seriously? Why would they do this? Do you know what though? That tree right there, I planted when I was very young, and it's grown up to be that tall. And technically it's like not on our property, but it looks like they might be leaving it because the tarp goes on the other side of it. Maybe my tree will be kept. Okay, but for real though, this is not okay. I'm home. Hey Brewton, I saw you yesterday. Where is the little rat? Seriously though, this looks so weird with no trees there. He's probably next door. I see you. Oliver. Hi. I haven't seen you in so long. Oh, thank you. My heart is happy. Ollie. I'm gonna go unpack my stuff, but I'll be over at our house if you wanna come hang out. Oh man, I just spit my gum out. Love you. I'm so ticked off right now. I just recorded a really long clip, brought my stuff in, opened a package for you guys that I was super excited to open, and I talked about the stuff in it. I did the outro to the video, went back to make sure everything was okay, and for some reason the microphone did not record any sound. The microphone was on, it was plugged in fine. I'm really not sure what happened. I've already like taken it out of the package, so it's impossible to get it back in there exactly how it was. So let's just pretend that I'm opening this up for the first time, and I'm gonna try and have the same reaction and talk about everything that I talked about in the last video. I'm so glad to finally be back in my apartment. It's been a long trip. I am very tired right now. It's around 10:30, which means it's like 4:30 or 5:30 where I've been for the past couple of weeks. So right now I basically feel like I've pulled an all-nighter. And I have to get up super early tomorrow because tomorrow is my first day of work at a church day camp. I have to be there at 6:45 in the morning. So I need to go to bed and get a good night's sleep so that I can be there on time and make a good first impression because I don't know hardly anybody there. I'm gonna start winding up the video, getting ready to go to bed. But before I end the video, I do want to show you guys a package that I promise you I have never opened before, or any of the things inside of it. Haven't seen them. This package is from Coachella Music Festival. So, for those of you who don't know, which might be a lot of you, because I was dumb and I didn't vlog hardly any of it, this past April I decided to go to Coachella Music Festival. It's something that I've wanted to do for like 5 years. I mean, like literally I've been wanting to do it for so long. So finally I bought tickets and it was one of the coolest experiences of my life. I wanted to get something to like remember my first time at Coachella. So I tried to go to the merch store that they had there, but the line there, I kid you not, it would have taken like 2 or 3 hours to go through that line. And I was like, okay, I can't really see what they have up there. I don't know how much it costs, and I don't want to wait 2 or 3 hours to finally like make it to the front of the line and be like, oh, just kidding, I don't want anything, because then that's just a waste of my time where I could be like going and listening to music. So instead I decided to not worry about getting any merch and just having fun at the festival and seeing my favorite artists. So then after the festival I went to Coachella's website and I decided to just buy merch online, and I wanted to get a hoodie because, as you probably know, I love hoodies. I live in hoodies. I'm wearing a hoodie right now even though it's almost 100 degrees outside. But anyways, I couldn't decide between the black and the ivory. They call it ivory. It's like a cream color. I couldn't decide between the black and the ivory color, so I just decided to buy both of them. But I'll wear both of them, so it seems like a good investment to me because like I'll use it. I made the order on April 24th and they sent me a confirmation email. It said it'll be delivered in 4 to 7 business days. Okay, cool. That's like standard shipping. And then they sent me another email and it was basically like, oh, just kidding. It's actually gonna be 5 to 7 weeks. Weeks! I was like, dude, what in the world? That's over a month. Anyway, so I sent them an email and I was like, yo, what's up? And they basically sent me an email that was like, hey, so you ordered from like the pre-sale or something like that. They were like out of stock because so many people had bought the hoodies at the festival, and so they had to like make more hoodies and then package it and ship it and transport it, and I don't really know. And then it ended up taking more than 7 weeks. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It took 9 weeks. It got here last week. But also the ends well, and I got my hoodies, so I'm a happy camper. Let's unpackage them for the first time. Just pretend like they're still in the packages. I have the ivory hoodie. Whoa. And the black hoodie. No way. Can you open it up? It has this sun design that says Coachella 2022 on it. And then on the back, it has the lineup from all 3 days. How cool is that? I really like this one. But I also like the ivory color one, which is the exact same design, just in a different color. There's the front, on the back, the lineup from all 3 days. It's the coolest thing ever. I am a little bit concerned about the material that they printed everything on, because it kind of feels like it might kind of scrub off after several washes in the washing machine, so I'm gonna have to be careful with that. Yay. 2 new hoodies. Absolutely broke my bank, but it's fine. I'll wear them. It's for the memories. Now that I'm finished with that, I'm pretty sure that is all I have for you guys for this video. I hope you have liked this video. Judging by the amount that I've vlogged over the past couple of days, this is either gonna be a really long video or it's gonna be split up into 2 different parts. So whether or not you're watching a really long travel video or you're watching part 2 of this video, I hope you liked the video. And if you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and also make sure to comment and subscribe down below. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite European country is and why it's your favorite, because I would like to know you guys' opinions. I hope you guys are having a good night or daytime or whatever time you're watching this. Jesus loves you. Peace out. Bye.